I might sound very shut off. I might sound very shut off and recluse when I say this, but I don't mean to be. I don't like most men. I don't like most men. And there's this stigma in the male culture. There's this stigma where you have to be this certain, made out of fucking stone, you've got to be made out of steel. You've got to, oh, just take a joke, lad. Just take a joke. You know, oh, it's just banter. It's just banter. And most men expect every man to be the same as them. They don't understand that behind. They don't understand that behind this fucking person that, you know, I'm an individual. I'm not the same as you, but there's this thing, this stigma in that male culture has to. It's like. It's like we're all the fucking same or something. You know, and it couldn't be further. It couldn't be any further from the truth, because I don't want to be like anybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be the same. And it haunts me that I could be. You know. And it's just like every fucking day I step out. I've worked in places where it's been fucking toxic and it's just not been pleasant. I've been eyed up and I hate it. It's like a fucking some place I've worked is like a prison. You try to escape through work. You try to just focus on the work, but it's just you can't do enough to escape. So I don't like male culture. I don't particularly like this. And I prefer being in the company of women, children and dogs. I just prefer it. I prefer being in the company of women, children and dogs. It's so much easier. And I can open up more to women. I can just be someone that I'm not pretending to be with women. I'm not putting up a front. I'm not putting on a mask. I'm just being my authentic self. And it feels like it's a less judgmental, less hostile environment. You know, I'm not fucking Jack the Lad. And I don't like being seen as I don't like to be characterised. I don't like to be characterised by people who don't know fuck all about me. You know, and it's like there's certain rules, certain lines you don't cross. And it's like if somebody doesn't know me that well, then you shouldn't be all fucking pally with me. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you're like, it's okay to have a joke. I get it, but not everybody wants the same kind of fucking stupid, offensive, you know, just cheap jabs that that are supposed to be jokes, just banter. You know, like I'm so tired of this fucking how a lot of men are when they kind of take cheap jabs at each other. You know, I'm no longer going to. I no longer give a fuck about them. I no longer give a fuck about people who don't respect my boundaries enough to leave me the fuck alone. I don't respect them people, and I don't want to be around those types of people. And you know, silence is an option. You know, being loud and talking all the time. Some people like to talk all the time. They like to know, they like to let everybody know what they're getting up to. I don't want everybody and anybody to know what I'm getting up to. I've already been down that route of telling people. It's like the fucking, that work environment that you go to, you're working in a factory, you're working in a warehouse, and it's the end of a week, it's the last day of the working week, and everybody's telling, everybody's fucking sharing what they're doing, and your colleagues be like, oh, what do you do in your free time? Oh, like, just fucking surprisingly paying an interest, even though you're just fucking two strangers that are just working together just to earn a living. Like, they don't give a fuck about you. You're just somebody to them that they have to work with, and vice versa. You just have to work with each other because that's the job. You're there, you're coexisting, you get paid, you go home, and you just live your life. That's it. But people learn from their mistakes. People learn. And they learn to know when to shut up and when to speak, and learn to know what's the line, know what to share. And the fact is that you don't have to share anything. If you're two strangers working in the same place, you don't know each other. You're just there to do, you're just there to do a job, and you go home, get paid. You're not obligated to share anything. You're not obligated to tell them about your home life, your personal life. And I made that mistake once, sharing about, because I like my gym, I like my running, and I was sharing it to somebody, a Scottish guy, and after I shared what I get up to and what I do, I felt like they all kind of took the piss a bit. They all just made it into jokes. And like, I don't get that. I've just told you what I'm going to be getting up to, and now you're just fucking joking about it. It's like, fuck off. I don't like this idea that you've got to display yourself differently when you're in public. You've got to just be nice. You've just got to kind of like ride the wave. You've got to be social. You've got to be present. You've got to ask people how the day is. You got to say good morning. You just got to say hello or whatever. Got to be social. But you know what? I've never felt on the inside. I've never felt like I'm part of all this. I've never felt like I'm actually part of this, just the human experience. I've never felt like an equal to anybody. I've not really felt that way. Maybe there's exceptions, yes, but I've spoken to people and it's gone all smoothly. But I'm talking for the most part. And mostly, I'm not been enjoying this ride. I don't enjoy being around people. I don't enjoy this life right now. I'm kind of scared. Every time I go outside, every time I step outside my house, I'm scared, not because I'm necessarily scared of other people, but I'm scared about how it's going to go. I'm scared that maybe one day I'll get very angry and I'll fucking knock somebody out. I'm scared that they might be stronger than me. I'm always overthinking. And just this whole social experience, all just being present in a room with somebody, just being around strangers I don't like. I can never get used to being around a group of people I don't know. Closeted in this small space. It might be a fucking waiting room at a doctor's or a train station, but nevertheless I don't like it. I don't like the fact, I don't like the fact that they could be thinking something about me. I don't like the fact that, they might want to confront me. I don't like the fact that I have to feel like I'm always on the defense. I'm always having to fucking see it before it even happens. Be ready to fucking strike. I don't like that because I don't want to be somebody I'm not. And I feel like I'm on my fucking villainous arc right now. I feel like I'm having to go down the fucking villain route. To a certain degree, I feel like I have to be an asshole. Maybe if I just always be an asshole or something, maybe people will leave me alone. Maybe if I act like a fucking erratic animal, then they might be scared of me. The fact of the matter is, I don't want to be any of these things. I don't want to be somebody I'm not. But every fucking time I'm around people, mostly certain men, I feel like I've got to put on a fucking act. I feel like I've got to put on this tough guy act. I feel like I've got to be prepared to defend myself. Other days, certain times, I feel like maybe I've got to be prepared to fucking kill him. Sometimes I feel like I've got to go to that fucking point I don't want to be at. I have to go to that fucking mindset. I have to fucking adopt a certain mindset to just be prepared for anything. I feel like I've got to be prepared for anything. I get it, nobody said that life's going to be easy. But why does it have to be this fucking hard? Like, I expect a bit of hardness. I get it. It's hard to fucking make something of yourself. It's hard to just be fully happy. Everything's happening, the world is spinning, and it's like sometimes it feels like it's spinning faster than other days, but you don't want anybody else, people you don't even know, to fucking make it worse. Why make something worse when it's already fucking bad? And I don't know anymore. I don't have the answers. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm ever gonna fucking have to defend myself to a point where I fucking kill somebody. I don't know. But what I do know is I've got to do something. I've got to just break out this fucking nightmare. I've got to break the chain. I've got to find a way to cope. I've got to find a way to just distract myself from all this fucking hell. It feels like hell on earth. I understand human psychology. I understand human nature, and not one bit does it really appeal to me. Most people are just selfish assholes. Most people are just in it for themselves. They don't care about who they tread over. They don't care about who they hurt. Most people are just self-righteous, self-absorbed, arrogant, ignorant, fucking knobheads. I understand that. I know. I know how most people are. So, why, with all this being said, why would I want to just get out there, talk to people, get to know them, all these fucking bullshit things? If I know that most people are toxic from the inside and corrupt, why would I want to spend my time just being social? Most people are just fucking knobheads, and I'm not going to give up a second of my time to entertain them, to fucking spend my energy on them, if this is what I know. It's time to fucking take my life back. It's time to fucking face it all and just, life is what you make of it, I guess. But I'm just so tired of these knobheads, and I kind of just want to be more recluse. I don't want to talk to everybody. I don't want anybody to bother me, really. I don't want anybody to bother me. I kind of just expect everybody to leave me alone, because I'm so used to just being left alone. I've had so many negative experiences and negative interactions with people that I simply just don't trust anybody anymore. I simply just don't trust anybody. Even people I speak to or thought was nice, I fucking turn their backs on me. Even an interaction at like a fucking bookshop, you just try to speak to the cashier and make small talk, and you realise that they don't give a fuck. So it's like, who do you really speak to? Who do you speak to? If you know that in your head, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's out there. Nobody's going to fucking help you. Nobody's going to, like, offer you some sort of way out. Then what do? You've just got to make it. You've just got to fucking make it out on your own. You've just got to find a way to be good about yourself and not have that social interaction with people. So it's like, I've got to find a way to be happy with myself, but at the same time, be happy with just being alone and not having anybody. I honestly just, I'm done. I'm done with humanity. I'm done with people. I'm done pretending. And that's it. That's it.